This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Friday, the 15th day of February in the year 2019. Here's what we're tracking tonight. Following the ruling of the Chief Justice that the cabinet stands resigned following the passage of the no confidence motion, the president and all of his ministers, including those who were not part of the cabinet, met in a plenary session this past week. State Minister Joe Harmon at a press conference today said while the plenary meeting of ministers is not the same as the cabinet, the plenary has the powers invested in the ministers by their appointment by the president.
The plenary is all of the ministers will attend the plenaries. The plenaries are usually held once per month, and the cabinet sessions are held every week, as you are well aware. So the plenaries are, as I said, an extended cabinet with all of the ministers included. Now it is noted that in fact there is a judgment of the court that was made with respect to the cabinet, and that judgment is appealed, but we have not a stay of the judgment as yet, and therefore we have not held cabinet meetings as such.
Minister Harmon said the plenaries are chaired by the president and therefore would have the powers that a cabinet would have. Pressed by reporters about the legality of the plenary sessions conducting business similar to that of a cabinet, Mr. Harmon said it is the president who appoints ministers and they perform duties in various sectors as assistants to the president, and therefore the president could convene meetings of those ministers to address and deal with issues. He said the powers for the plenary session comes from the powers invested in the president as head of state and head of government.
We have a government that is legal and functional. We have a president who is the president of all of Guyana, and we have a government of Guyana. So I don't buy this question of running a risk. We have been elected by the people of this country.
With regard to the noting of contracts, he said the plenary sessions are doing what they would have done in the past, and that is noting contracts that would have been handed out by the National Procurement and Tender Administration. More news coming up in just a moment.
Here now, I want to switch over to GTT right now. Because all this time and money I waste on a calls alone can just send up my blood pressure.
You've come to the right place.
Really?
Once you're switched over with our network, you can activate our Fab 5 plan. With our Fab 5 plan, you can enjoy free unlimited calls with 4 family and friends.
You got to be kidding me.
You will also get 5 gigabytes of data with 250 text messages.
You got to be kidding me.
And your chosen 4 can also call you for free.
You got to be kidding me.
Activate the GTT Fab 5 plan today. For only $5,005, you get free unlimited calls to 4 of your closest family and friends, 5 gigs of data plus 250 text messages, and your Fab 5 friends can call you for free. GTT Fab 5.
As a luxury mechanic, I'm often asked, what gas should I use in my expensive vehicle? In other countries, you have regular and mid-grade gasoline known as 87, 89, and premium gasoline known as octane 93 to 95. For affordable, high-quality fuel, performance and high mileage, visit Guy Oil today. Choose Guy Oil Super 95. Guy Oil, we are everywhere.
This match day, February 23rd, Hits and Jams Entertainment brings you an event like no other. Sunrise Brunch Party. First of its kind in Guyana. The day starts off with a delicious brunch served from 10 a.m. followed by the day party with the best lineup of DJs. Shizzle, Diamond, Sia, Ryan, and Energy at the Everest Cricket Ground. Sunrise Brunch Edition brought to you by Hits and Jams Entertainment. Stay tuned for more details.
Welcome back. The European Commission has officially removed Guyana from its blacklist of countries seen as posing a threat because of lax controls on terrorism financing and money laundering. The government of Guyana is welcoming the move. Attorney General Basil Williams has indicated that the move by the EU augurs well for Guyana, especially as it moves towards first oil next year and as more investors are heading to the country. He said the coalition government has always committed itself to fighting money laundering and the financing of terrorism, and has enacted new laws and amendments to existing laws to ensure that fight is won. Guyana's removal from the EU blacklist is likely to make it easier for many countries and businesses within the EU to conduct business with Guyana without the fear of dirty money. While Guyana has been removed from the list, the European Commission has added 23 countries to its new blacklist. The Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, Puerto Rico, the US Virgin Islands, Panama, and Saudi Arabia are among the countries on the new list. Still in the world of politics, President David Granger is ready to meet with the leader of the opposition on any issue of national importance. That's according to the Minister of State, Joe Harmon. At a press conference today, Minister Harmon said he has noted that the opposition leader, Barra Jagdeo, has been declaring that he would only meet the president on the issue of elections. Harmon said the president has never denied the opposition leader any meeting, and the only limitation he would ever put to meetings between the two would be for the meetings to be about national issues.
Well, the president has never made a statement that he is not prepared to meet with the leader of the opposition. It is the leader of the opposition that has gone on record making all sorts of crazy statements that he will only meet with the president for this and that. You will recall that last time the two parties met, it was at the request of the leader of the opposition. And when he made that request, I asked him to cite the items he wished to have discussed on the agenda. So now him saying that he would not meet with the president unless he has an agenda and all of that. The president won't meet with the leader of the opposition to have a drink. He meets with the leader of the opposition to deal with matters of national interest. And so for the leader of say, well, I'm not meeting with him for a PR opportunity unless it is this and unless it is that. The president meets with the leader of the opposition to deal with serious business of the state. He, in that capacity as a leader of the opposition, meets with the president. The president don't want to meet with him at Barra Jagdeo, Comrade Jagdeo. He's meeting with him in an official capacity. So he can make whatever statement he wants. But as far as I'm aware, the president has always made himself available to meet with the leader of the opposition on any matter of national significance.
Harmon reminded that the last time the two leaders met, it was on the request of the opposition leader, and the president responded and the two met. The opposition leader has been saying that the country could be heading straight into a constitutional crisis if there is no elections by the 19th of March. The Constitution allows for an extension by 2/3 of the National Assembly. Today, Mr. Harmon said it is not clear when there will be another sitting of the National Assembly, although he indicated that various parliamentary committees have been working continuously. Workers at the Bauxite Company of Guyana in the Berbice area downed their tools today in protest of the Russian management's imposition of a 1% increase on their salaries. The workers complained that they have been told that they would be fired if they do not return to work. They have since informed their union. The Bauxite Workers Union reported today that the operation at the mines and maintenance departments came to a halt as a result of the protest by workers. The union in a statement said Article 147(2) of the Constitution of Guyana protects the right to strike. The union has since informed the Chief Labor Officer Charles Ogle of the industrial action taken by the aggrieved and deprived workers. The union said it stands in solidarity with the workers in the exercise of their basic right and for the upholding of their attendant rights. In the courts, an inmate of the Camp Street jail who is serving time for impersonating the First Lady and ripping off persons was back in court this morning. This time he was charged for fraud while pretending to be the Minister of Public Health. The man, Muhammad Ali, appeared in court this morning and was slapped with the new charge of fraud. From behind bars, he allegedly pretended to be someone acting on behalf of the health minister and managed to get a businessman to transfer over $2 million in phone credit to his number, claiming that it was for the health ministry. The businessman only realized that he had been duped when he turned up at the public health department for his payment and was told no such request was ever made. It was then that the businessman contacted the police and an investigation began that traced the fraud call to the Camp Street jail and the known fraudster. The accused, who is already behind bars, was sent back there this morning as he will now face a new trial for the new fraud charges. Across the Region is up next.
From the producers of a sold-out performance by Shensia, brings to you another blockbuster event featuring dancehall's hottest new act, DJ.
Bubble your body for the up top boss. Be a top boss.
DJ in the Rio Car Park on Saturday, 16 February. The Up Top Boss Live for the first time in Guyana. DJ. So rush to the ticket outlets now to get those early bird tickets for $3,000. Call 674-6442 for VIP reservation. Juggling like Gully Brass and Diamond. Scene Up in Face, DJ Energy, and DJ Denzel. Sponsored by Top Brands, Corona, Magnum, Tower Suites, Star Party Rentals.
Walk it up, no. Hey, hey. Tuck it up, hey, hey. Mash it up, hey, hey. I come in here as a loner. I know you spot me from far. We had a good drink together and then go down by the bar. One thing lead to another and we end up on the dance floor. With hands in the air, belt in waist, like we don't want go hole in the ball. And I did want to walk up on you every sense. Come give me the wine. Come together, walk together, jump together. Drink a rum and have fun together. Walk together, jump together. Even though we ain't come together, walk together, jump together. It's how we party.
Nobody on the post there. Taking too costly. Yes, it is. But I'm not saying we just get a header. Oh, no, that's some save, isn't it?
Let's Bet Sports. Take your game to a whole new level. You decide. Your game. Your bet type. Your bet amount. Guyana Lottery Companies. Let's Bet Sports. Be part of the game.
Across the region right now, the less than vigorous marketing of Barbados and other Caribbean destinations in non-traditional markets is being blamed on limited resources. However, the Secretary General of the Caribbean Tourism Organization, Hugh Riley, said that the organization will be doing what it could to help regional destinations enjoy a bigger slice of the pie in emerging source markets. Addressing the CTO's Caribbean Tourism Industry Performance Review and outlook at the organization's Bridgetown, Barbados headquarters, Mr. Riley said while the Caribbean continued to tap into the Latin American market, he believed there is always more that they could do. The tourism official said while he was optimistic about tourism performance in the Caribbean for 2019 and he wanted officials to celebrate the victories, he warned that they should never become complacent. In St. Kitts Nevis, the government there has said the time for firm and decisive action against crime is now. The cabinet directive went to the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, the St. Kitts Nevis Defence Force and Coast Guard, the St. Kitts and Nevis Customs and Excise Department, and the Directorate of the Ministry of National Security. It was agreed that the unprecedented spate of violent crime, which has left 6 people dead since the 8th of February, demands an unprecedented response. Prime Minister and Minister of National Security Timothy Harris, who presided over the meeting, called for the participation and support of the general public and the entire body politic. And finally tonight, international news. India has said it will ensure the complete isolation of Pakistan after a suicide bomber killed 46 paramilitary police in the Indian-administered Kashmir. It claims to have evidence of its neighbor's involvement but has not provided the evidence. Pakistan denies any role in the attack by the militant group Jaish-e-Mohammed, which is based on its soil. Thursday's bombing of the convoy was the deadliest attack on Indian forces in the region for decades. The federal minister in India has said that his country will be taking all possible diplomatic steps to cut Pakistan off from the international community. But the Pakistani minister has asked India to reveal the evidence and offered to help them investigate the attack. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. Gordon Mosley reporting.